What's going on, everybody? It's Great Scott's here with the third installment of my historical battle series. We have Gettysburg on the first day. We'll see how it goes. I've played this one time before. It crashed as we went into day 2. It's Gettysburg. You saw the map a ton of times if you watched any of the campaign videos, so I'm not going to repeat it. It's a little bit more open than Chancellorsville. The Wilderness. The Wilderness is still one of those battles I may do because the odds are about 2-1 against CSA, and so I feel given the current state of AI, that might be a pretty fair fight. At this point, you've probably, well, you might have seen the Chancellorsville and Antietam battles where we're outnumbered 2-1, and we do some damage on the Union. So that is what it is. Those are done. This is great advice, I'm sure, from Lee, but it's not advice I'm going to pay attention to. It's the historical Gettysburg map. Let's see if we can get ourselves a little centered here. Hopefully you weren't nauseous before this. You will be now if you were not. If you watched the Ken Burns documentary, you know the South enters from the North enters from the South. If you watch the campaign, you know why that's true, or why that's plausible. But we're not going to repeat it here. The idea is to generally push in the direction of Gettysburg. No real surprise. Again, everyone who's watching this probably knows the battle was... One of the impetuses for the battle was that it was a search for shoes for the CSA. It ended up being much more than a battle about shoes. Certainly shoes would not have justified the casualties that were reached. So to get in a little bit closer here so that we can see McPherson's Ridge, I mean, down at the lowest they will let us go, it's not much of a ridge. That may or may, I mean, that is the name, may or may not be appropriate. As you've probably, well, you haven't seen me do it directly before, but I'll do it a little bit more directly now, because there are only a few units here, and we're already in real time. I'm going to try to set the main brigades to long range, and I'm going to pull skirmishers out of them if they're large enough. They may not all be large enough. Well, this one should be. I like the devs give you the option of switching the range to conserve ammo. And I hope it stays, though I'm not sure it's... Well, if that's not enough to make you dizzy, I'm not sure it's all that important. I think most humans playing this game are going to try to keep it on long range, and if people waltz into the short range, they waltz into it. It kind of is what it is. Why on earth does Pettigrew think that's a good idea? Did I miss something in the orders I gave where that was a good idea? Quite possibly. Alright, we're going to get... slow down a bit here. Archers detachment. Probably 2x time is probably the most comfortable time to play this game at. Regular time is fine if you like things a bit slow. 4x is a bit fast, and 10x is what you do kind of when you're waiting for something to resolve. Like, the lines are set up, you're just waiting for them to shoot it out. You have armies ready to march, and they're marching to their destination. 10x makes sense, but it's not always the... It's not really the best way you want to play if you're going to be involved in this as a kind of micromanager, which I definitely am. And again, if you've watched the channel, you've kind of got the sense that my proclivity is to get skirmishers in the woods against packed infantry or cavalry, and that's a fight we want all day long. Why these dudes aren't moving? What? No. I don't know why they want to go there. Can't explain that one. But we got to move them up because it's creating a lag between HQ and the rest of the infantry units that are moving up here. I guess he has detached skirmishers. I didn't notice them. Okay, we'll get those guys there. We'll get these guys there. Those guys there. Try to get something like a full surround. Get Brockenburr up on that fence. Get some arty up here. Reinforcements. Pettigrew. Apparently Heth, Hale, and Lee all need to follow Pettigrew's brigade. I'm really fighting the urge to say things that I said on previous videos, so I'll stop talking. Okay, so far it's... Was I seeing that right or seeing that in triple? Yeah, so far that is a 8-to-1 casualties. Considering the Union is defending, that is quite favorable. I guess I'm warming up the Ace of Spades. It's one of those things that kind of makes sense to me. Especially when you're the side, well, I accidentally chose Iron Discipline there, but especially if you're the side with smaller numbers. Any sort of Did I move this guy out of the forest? Probably, because there's no one else playing this game on my side. We have Archer here. I might want Archer all the way. Pettigrew is now here. Welcome. Somehow he's earned the upgrade. Give him the volley, he's got a big unit. Why not? seems to be it for the moment. Contact. Stuff is taking a while. That's fine. Yeah, we got 3 kind of division HQs there. But nothing. I think 4 times speed is pretty good when you're waiting for something to resolve. We gotta get into break here. They're range. They're just in range. Looks like everybody's in range. Artie's probably gonna, yeah, it's gonna be outside of Artie's canister range, but worry about that later. I mean, that's hard to believe. Certainly welcome news. Anytime you inflict, what is that, 8 to 1 casualties? Yeah, you think you're good at this game and stuff like that, but some of this may have to do with the cavalry. I don't know. I didn't pay close attention to it. It seemed like the cavalry maybe did better this time against infantry than it's done in the past. Maybe not. And I just imagined that. But we seem to have crushed the infantry that was there. It's fine with me. I'm still going to move skirmishers up to harass the cavalry. Where's their cavalry? I mean, they deserve to be harassed. I'm not sure where the infantry is going to come into all of this. So we'll hedge our bets. In the past, the big fight took place over here. I think. Yeah, it did. And basically I had a line along the Fairfield Road, and the Union came through here, and it was a barn burner. And it was not the easy win I would have thought, shooting on infantry coming through a field. Pettigrew, I don't know why you think it's necessary. Apparently all my skirmishers have been led to believe that it's wise to traverse the map doesn't make any sense to me. So after reading the tooltips, there is a way to seize these guns with infantry, although they will not be that good at firing it. That's fine with me. Does not bother me in the least. But we do want to get our infantry kind of close together. We have no reinforcements. No. We don't want you to go away. Von Steinwehr, I think. Yeah, if it's there, it's the other side. I don't know where they are. Move up to Fearson's Ridge. Dig deep, dig deep. They're almost in range. Pettigrew, Davis. Okay, so we have some shooting here. That's a good thing for us. Try to get archers, skirmishers over here. Pettigrew's still moving up over there. Archer, gonna get to move to Seminary Ridge, but again, I'm a little concerned about what might be happening over here. Oh well. We're still a long way from the end of day one. Certainly willing to send some skirmishers after this force here, but I don't really feel like sending all of them. So we're getting notified that the Union is getting reinforced. It looks like it is over here to our right. I don't believe they started with anything that far right. So we are going to reposition to see if we can head some of that off until reinforcements arrive. I don't know that it affects these skirmishers. Well, still try to keep in the woods. Yeah, the existing skirmishers are fine. Okay, Devon seems to have broken. I don't remember him being broken before. Maybe he was. But if we can get him off the map, sure. Better than having him rally and having to have to fight him later. Take a quick check here. Yeah, I mean, every time you're doing 3-to-1 casualties is respectable. Alright, so we have a sighting down here. We have the Iron Brigade, which we, I think, broke it in Antietam. But we at least know where they are. They've made it up to Hare Ridge. Certainly not the end of the world. The question is, where do we want to make our stand? If we make it back here, we put the water between us and them. Which I like. But I think they've also pulled themselves really far from their reinforcements. And I kind of want to get closer to our reinforcements, yeah, which appear to just be arriving now. 10:30 in the morning. Forward a bit faster. Devon seems to have broken and is not coming back. Well, I don't know that, but I'm assuming he's broken. Walker, okay. That's artillery reserve, which could set up here. Pender's division could set up here. I really don't want to send Archer there. I want to send Davis there. Okay, so we have the artillery set up. We sure do not want to move. That's Garrett's artillery. We don't want to move them. We want to move... Well, if we gotta move someone, we kind of want to move the infantry from the second line. And you know what? Keep color there. Already has them in range. Get up on the fence, sure. I'm a little concerned that keeping this division here is going to allow us to be flanked from Seminary Ridge or Spangler Spring. But this is an exercise in risk management. Alright, on the positive side, as you all can read because you're literate people, Rhodes' division has arrived. The question is where to put them, or where to send them. I'm not terribly worried about Cutler or the Iron Brigade. Okay, I now see from Pettigrew. Pettigrew got broken. That's just me not paying attention. That's all that is. But I know approximately where they are now. So, I guess the point to move them to is right about there. Not far away from McPherson's Ridge. Here, we're going to move him into the rear. Alright, we got more reinforcements here, which we already have positions for. Don't know where this leaves us on the scoreboard, but we're in a pretty good position. Not quite 9-to-1 casualties, but we'll say definitely 8-to-1. Okay, they're there. Archer, who is not broken, but is going to try to stay in that forest near the Spangler Spring. Okay, Brockenborough. Move them up. Archer, move them up. Davis, move them up. Alright. Alright, we have more reinforcements from Harley. Don't really know what to do with them. So I'm going to try to keep them close to my existing forces. Archer's not seeing too many, except that we know we have a broken brigade over here, Baxter, and don't know if that's Paul's skirmishers. Or whose skirmishers that is. I'm not so sure why Davis is feeling the need to pull through the Union line. I've mentioned this in other videos, but I'm mentioning it again because it's come up again. Early's division seems like they are on their way. That's fine. We'll speed it up a bit. But we're still only just slightly past noon here. Iverson's gonna move up. What in the world? In no way was that an order I gave you. Why don't you get your behinds over here? I also don't think that worked. Setting itself up. We are doing well for ourselves. Let's see, almost 800 out of 45 means that we have almost a 7-to-1 casualty ratio. That is incredible. Just make sure we're not missing any reinforcements. We're not that I can see. We'll try to harass their... Wow, Pettigrew broke. Alright. I don't know that we're going to be able to rally them. My guess is, given their distance, probably... Their distance from HQ, probably not. Yeah, it sucks. But it is where we are. And it's not as if they haven't had their own series of setbacks, so we'll keep pressing. But yeah, I mean, that seems a small number of casualties relative to the brigade size, and given the experience of Pettigrew, or the quality of Pettigrew, I'm really surprised. Archer, you look like you're... No, you're fine. But I'm still going to draw you back. I don't want you getting enveloped, because then you're done. And I think Pettigrew's going to be gone. Okay, Archer's up there. Brockenbur's right there. Davis should be right there. Yeah, I mean, if we can get these guys up here on Hare Ridge or Air Ridge or whatever it is, it's great. It'll certainly give us even odds going into the larger battle. I don't know that we're gonna quite get there, but one can certainly hope. Okay, archers decided no. Walker's got his artillery corps. He's gonna move those guys up. Make Pender's division. I mean, if nothing else, we got those guys in a very nice crossfire. The concern is this group coming up from the southwest. Trying to remind ourselves of how we're doing. So this is almost about an 8-to-1 casualty ratio. It's superb. I mean, there really are no complaints. We got to think about how this is going to play out long term against the Union.